لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد اللهم صل على محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين أما بعد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في القرآن الكريم وقوله حق وهو أصدق الصادقين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today is the fifth session on our ongoing topic, which is the realm of values. As we discussed in our previous lecture about the areas where value is considered, things which has value, and it is important for us to know what are those things, what are those areas which has values, because once your value changes, your destination changes, your behavior changes, your attitude changes. So it is important for us to look into these things deeply and focus on the new generation, how their behavior is changing, how their thought process is changing, and the reason is their values are changing. So it is important. So let's go to the next slide and see what is the realm of values. Although there are mainly 15 realms, 15 areas, but I've just picked up over here 6, and I will continue in the next week. So the first thing is moral. As you know, the personality, a good personality is known by the morals. So if you have moral values in your life, that means you have value, the respect, the honesty, justice, trustworthiness. These are the values because of which we are called human beings. And we live up to these values. So these are the values and we should give value to these things. A person who possesses these qualities is considered to be a gentleman, is considered to be a pious person. Like taqwa is one of the morals which we have. And we should possess these qualities. If we want to call ourselves a good human being, we should have these values. The next value is rights. The rights in society, the rights which is given by God, the rights which is given by the nation to us is a value, and we should respect the rights of each other so that we can progress, we can develop, we can nurture ourselves and our qualities within us, because rights are the boundaries in which you are safe and you can grow and you can develop. As husband and wife, you have to respect each other's rights. As siblings, you have to respect each other's rights. So it is important to know the rights and to give rights to others and respect the rights of others as a human being, because animals don't have rights and they don't value moral ethics. They are very different from us. The other thing is economics. Economics means production, consumption, and transfer of wealth. When you talk about economics, it goes like this. So when there is a production, a consumption, and transfer of wealth is known economics. So no, we all know that it has a value. We all know the value of wealth. But if there is no consumption, then it has no value. For example, you have a shop, you have every good product in your shop, but there is no customer. Neither you will become wealthy and nor your product has any value. So the value is depending on consumption, who consumes it. So it is a value in economics. The other thing is art and skill. Art and skill is also a value, because art and skill reflects beauty. Wherever there is a beauty, there is art and skill in it. And that makes it a valuable. So it depends what is beauty in your eyes will have a value. And it differs from person to person. But beautiful thing is something which is perfect, and perfect things has value. So that's why art and skill are considered important in your life, in everyone's life, because art and skill reflects your emotions, reflects your feelings, and it translates what is inside, it comes out in your work, in your life. The other thing is knowledge itself. Knowledge itself is powerful. As Imam Ali says, knowledge is power. Al-ilmu nurun is light. It is important. It gives you understanding. It gives you the deepest meaning of things. That's why knowledge is very important in our religion. And in every part of life, we need to gain knowledge so that we have better understanding of ourselves and everything which is around us. The ultimate goal is God, which is called marifat, of knowledge. The last thing for today is politics. When we are talking about politics, is important. As Imam Khomeini said, that deen is politics. Is nothing but the politics of Imam Ali, not politics of Muawiyah. The politics of Imam Ali, which is based on justice, which is based on kindness, which is based on service, that politics. So that politics which governs the society. So when you govern the society, you want to bring discipline and harmony in the society, it has a value, because the ministers in that political structure has a key role to play to bring harmony in the society. So a position of a minister has a value. We can't say they don't have a value, they have a value. So all these things have values, and how we take it, inshallah, next week we will discuss about the types of values. We are just discussing the realm, the area, the domain of values. So we have discussed 6, inshallah. I will try to explain more in next time if I will have time. Let's go to the next slide. So in today's slide, you will see 2 things here. The first thing is a wheat. It's the grain which is without husk, and the other is with husk. So why I am showing you this picture? I don't want you to cultivate here, but there's a message behind it. A grain which has a husk is a thick layer. A thick layer, an outer layer of that grain, which is called husk. It is necessary to have that husk on the grain. If it's there, then you put it, then you broadcast that seed, that grain into the cultivated soil, so that gradually it will take out roots, stems, and then it will transfer into a tree. It will become a tree, and then it will give shades, fruits, flowers, leaves. But the condition is, the husk should be with the grain. But if you take it out, you separate it, and you want to put both of them, the earth will say no. I will not produce what you want. You will not get your goal which you have set. You cannot achieve what you want because you have separated them from each other, and they are necessary for each other. When they are together, they produce something new. They produce something extraordinary. As for example, the H2O, water. When hydrogen and oxygen are together, then they produce water, which is very necessary. Same thing, a seed without husk has no value. A husk alone has no value. It will become value when it's together. Very important to understand. So there are people in this world are lost because shaitan is very intelligent. He is splitting these two in our lives. He is putting a cut between these two relationships. So what he does, one side which is husk, which is the hull of the grain, is our prayers. This example exactly fits on religion. Religion is like a seed with its husk, which is covered. So your prayers, your fasting, your hajj, your zakat is the husk which covers the core, which protects the core. And the inside, which is the seed itself, the original seed, is akhlaq, is morals, is humanity, which it covers. If it goes hands in hand, you will see production, you will see progress. But shaitan is very intelligent. He cuts us from this. So there are two groups of people. Most of us, either we are good in prayers, good in ibadat, hajj, zakat, homes, all these things, majalis, programs, they say do this as much as you can. Do it thoroughly, strongly. And we do it without any gap, without any laziness. We perform it. But on the other side, what we do is our akhlaq is not good. So when we go home, our wives are not happy with us. Sometimes we are not happy with our wives because they are the same. I'm talking about a human being. So they practice rituals very strongly, but morally they are very weak. They are not a good family members. The siblings, they have fight from each other. The parents, they don't get along with each other. Their brothers and sisters have issues because they have taken one side of it and they have left the other side of it. So what happens? Shaitan comes and says that look at him, look at her. She's all the time praying, fasting, volunteer in the mosque, all these things, but look at her behavior. Look at her attitude. The way she talks, the way she yells on her children, the way she beat her daughter, the way she fights with her husband. Look at her. Look at her attitude. It means this salah, this namaz, this ibadat has no effect on her. So this is useless. A prayer which has no effect on you is useless. There is no sawab in it. There is no advantage of praying also because it's not changing you from inside. So it's better not to pray. He plays over there. Let's go to the other side, which is husk, which is the core. A person who is very good morally, he's a very good in PR, in making good relationship, he's a good salesman, he handles customer very well. When customer come to him, he gives them loans. Whenever he checks sign, it never bounces. He make commitments, he fulfills it. Everybody says he is a gentleman, he is a man of his commitment. We know him, but I know he doesn't pray, he doesn't fast, he doesn't come to mosque, he doesn't come to majlis. But it is okay because he's a good man. If he doesn't pray, it's okay. What difference is going to make? So in both the ways, he plays. So we have to be very careful because if we want to grow, both the things should be there together. Otherwise, we will never grow, we will never nurture, we will never get closeness to God. Let's go to the next slide, please. So the message from the Battle of Karbala, which we get, is very important. So there were Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam and his companions. And there was Yazid, Umar Asad and his companions. Both the parties, they were against each other and they both used to pray. They pray in Jamaat. Umar Asad and Yazid, their people used to pray in Jamaat. And there were 83 people, Hafiz al-Quran, in the group of Yazid. And River Farat, they used to do wudu. They used to do ghusl shahadat. After prayers, they used to recite salam for Holy Prophet and his progeny. And they are fighting with them. So you see, there were people, but they didn't have marifat. They were praying namaz. They were huffaz. They recite Quran. They came for jihad, but without marifat, which is the core of our religion. And you see the brutal act of killing, of murder, they have done, the way they were bloodthirsty, the way they savagely they deal. They killed each and every one from 6 months to 70 years and above. They killed everyone. Where is the moral? Where is the manners? Where is the etiquette? How did they deal with the women and children? So you can see they were praying, they were doing everything, but inside they were not morally strong. They could not understand the essence of religion. They were very hard people. They were not a people of understanding. And look on the other side of Imam Hussein and his companion. They were loyal to their leader. Hazrat Abbas alayhi salatu wasalam obeyed Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, his teachings. He was the best companion, and Imam Hussein followed what Hazrat Zaid as-salamu alayha told him. And everyone was in discipline, was in harmony, step by step. So the manners, the etiquettes, the moral which you see in this group is the combination of two things, ibadat and akhlaq, which is with marifat. So they came for the cause, They served their life for the cause to get closer to God, and they achieved it, and he sacrificed and he achieved it. So this is what we need to learn from this event of Karbala, the battle of Karbala, that we can see both the things together and one place, and the outcome. Today you can see what is happening in Arba'in. How many people are going for Imam Hussain, and how many people are going for Yazid? Even their own people are not going after him. So this is the message of today, that we need to combine these two things in our life and nurture ourselves and develop ourselves in both the aspects, in ibadat and in akhlaqiyat. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum ya Mawla ya Aba Abdillah wa ala jaddi